New concerns about crosswalk safety after two USM students were hit by vehicles.
As students are trying to gain experience for their career fields, USM Intern Coordinator has information to help.
See how a South Mississippi food bank is coping to provide food after extreme cuts in federal funding.
This week, we'll catch you up on the latest updates on the Golden Eagles softball and baseball teams.
These stories plus your 6-day forecast.
SMTV News for April 4th starts now.
From the Chuck Scarborough Television Studio on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi, this is SMTV News. News you can use.
Hello, USM. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kennedy Drake.
And I'm Gabby Cox. Students are concerned about the current crosswalk safety at USM.
Two USM students were hit by vehicles this semester, according to the University Police Department. I talked with several university officials as well as students to learn why these accidents occur and how to prevent them.
It's very careless. Like, these lights suck.
Dangerous.
That's how students at the University of Southern Mississippi feel about campus crosswalks. Two USM students have gotten struck by vehicles at the crosswalk outside of Century Park North Dormitory.
It was scared. I was in total shock when I had got hit and I did not know what to do or anything. I was just in pain.
USM Chief of Police says it's the responsibility of both the pedestrian and the driver to yield when necessary. Chief Rusty Keys urges students to follow an important USM policy.
Do not drive a bicycle or a scooter through the crosswalk. It's a crosswalk. It's not a cross, with a bike. You got to walk your bike or your scooter through the crosswalk.
This USM policy is one that several students claim to not be aware of. The statement can be found in the parking and traffic regulations. Dismounting allows students to become pedestrians, which ensures they have the right of way in these areas.
A lot of people did not know about that. I didn't even know about it until the police had literally told me. But I still see people on their scooters.
Students are wondering if any changes will be made to improve the area. Chief Keys, the Dean of Students, and other leadership teams have discussed possible solutions.
We've considered, do you put speed bumps? Do you put rumble strips?
Ducree says the university helped him significantly after the accident. He appreciates everyone. He understands challenges in life happen for a reason and is excited to move forward positively. Ducree says he hopes his story will inspire the university to provide awareness to the dismount policy on campus. Chief Keys, the Dean of Students, and Student Affairs say they're working on a campaign to promote ways students can stay safe while crossing the road.
Eaglepalooza made its comeback to Hattiesburg this past weekend. Reporter Stephanie Perez-Munoz has more.
After 6 years, Eaglepalooza has made its return to downtown Hattiesburg. Co-director Emma Gardner already had high hopes about the event bringing the community together before it started.
So I think this event will be very beneficial for not just like our campus, but also for our entire community, because it gets our students and our community just together in one place, having a good time.
A group of USM students say that Eaglepalooza shows USM's personality of being in a mixing pot.
I believe it's really going to show the USM personality. Like, we are a mixing pot. Like, I know it comes off as a PWI, but it's a lot of black people here and a lot of different cultures here. And I think it'll really just get everybody out and together.
They also believe Eaglepalooza showed the fun side of USM, besides academics.
I feel like it's just going to bring culture. It's going to show, like, the fun side of USM besides the academics. It's just showing everything that USM has to offer.
They believe that since everyone is focused on the music, it brings everyone together no matter what they do outside of the event.
I'll say unity as well, because everybody's just focused on the music. It doesn't matter what different hobbies people are in. We're just together and having fun.
Overall, Eaglepalooza is a great way for students in the community to come together. Stephanie Perez-Munoz, SMTV.
This year's Eaglepalooza was the first one held since 2019.
Even though most college students need internships before graduation, not many people talk about the struggles of finding and affording one.
Our reporter Kiara Fox starts that conversation.
For many college students, landing an internship is a crucial step towards their future careers. But for some, securing one is easier said than done. From limited opportunities to financial barriers, students are facing major roadblocks in gaining real-world experience.
Typically, I'm going to be looking for a paid internship because the way my life is, like I work full-time, I'm at school full-time, I'm in ROTC, that's full-time, so unpaid just isn't in my mind.
Studies show that 3 in 10 bachelor students struggle to secure internships. 30% have difficulty obtaining one. 23% show lack of interest, 17% need to relocate, and 20% have financial constraints.
However, you've been to school, you've learned these skills, and it's sort of like learning on the job, and you should get paid.
Not only is Mr. Wade an internship coordinator, but he also makes sure that students understand their work is valuable.
So, I'm here to sort of help them, inspire them, to give them that push that they need.
Even though finding internships can be challenging, you have many resources here to help you with those challenges. Resources like internship coordinators, career services, and the Center for Pathway Experiences to make sure that your transition into the workforce is as smooth as possible. To find more information on these resources, you can visit usm.edu.
You can also visit Indeed, Handshake, and LinkedIn for internship opportunities.
Delta Gamma sorority hosted their annual events, Champion of the Anchor and Anchor Splash. These events raise money for their charity, Service for Sight. It gives funds to organizations that support the visually impaired with guide dogs and other helpful devices.
Our philanthropy Service for Sight, and we advocate for people that are visually impaired. And so one of the people that we donate to is Gallant Hearts, and they raise seeing guide dogs, and so like half of our funds go towards that, and they donate seeing guide dogs to those who need it.
Honestly, Anchor Splash is my absolute favorite philanthropy event of the year. I love what they do for Service for Sight. It's my 4th time competing just because it's so much fun. And it's just a great way for the USM community to gather together for a great cause and just have some fun.
The fraternities participated in a dance competition while the sororities went head-to-head with synchronized swimming. There were also 2 different pool relay races Greek Life members enjoyed. The fraternity Sigma Nu won Champion of the Anchor, and the sorority Chi Omega won Anchor Splash. This event and many others on campus are just a few ways students can have fun while also raising awareness.
Our weather reporter, Kiera Fox, has all the weather information for your weekend plans.
Also, we have a closer look on how Mississippi communities have been impacted by recent cuts in federal food bank funding.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
The great thing about a hearing check? No one makes you drink weird stuff, or drills your teeth, or dilates your eyes. It's just soothing me time in a quiet booth. Then bam, you can do the happy dance, because you're all done.
Untreated hearing loss puts you at greater risk for depression and anxiety. So what's holding you back? Let's see a hearing professional and get those ears checked. And let's dance.
I'm Kiera Fox, and here's your SMTV Weekly Weather Report. Today is going to be a warm one, with a high of 89 and a low of 73. Definitely a day to stay hydrated and keep some sunscreen handy. We also have to watch out for that 24% chance of rain. Nothing too major, but we got to keep an eye on it. Now, let's get into our 6-day forecast. Moving into Friday, temperatures cool down just a bit with a high of 88, but overnight we drop to 62, so you might feel a little bit more comfortable in the evening. Saturday brings us to another warm day at 87 in the day and 68 around nighttime. So it's going to be warm during today, but you will need that jacket. On Sunday, when you go to church and with your family, we have a high of 72 degrees, but at night we have a low of 49 degrees. Now on Monday, when school starts back up, we have a high of 67 and a low of 43. So we're looking real comfortable as we walk to class. On Tuesday, we have a high of 72 degrees and a low of 46 degrees, and Wednesday brings us to a high of 71 degrees and a low of 49. Now we can't forget about those rain chances. On Friday, we have a 24% chance of rain. Nothing too crazy, but you might want to watch out for a quick shower. On Saturday, we have a 52% chance of rain, so we're more likely to have those scattered showers that we're used to seeing. Now, on Sunday brings us to a whopping 78% chance of rain. If you're driving a vehicle, please be careful because you may swerve in that corner and say, whoa, and we do not want that to happen. On Monday, we have a 23% chance of rain, so you may not be in that curve after all. Now, on Tuesday, we have a 7% chance of rain. You might not even need an umbrella. And on Wednesday, we have a 14% chance of rain, so you might want to keep a little umbrella and maybe even a jacket. That's all for this week's SMTV Weather Report. Thanks for tuning in with Fox, and I'll see you at the top.
Thanks, Kiara. Coming up, Kaylin Fox Thomas tells us about the upcoming seminars, master classes, and performances on your community calendar.
Later on, Albia Walker has all the updates. You'll be caught up on this year's baseball and softball seasons.
Amplifying truth and combating false information across Southeast Mississippi. Reporting what matters and giving control to the community. With our What is True hotline, we're fighting back against misinformation and disinformation, making sure our communities get the facts straight from the source. Through trusted journalism and a dedicated fact-checking process, we ensure every story is accurate and fair. The Roy Howard Community Journalism Center at the University of Southern Mississippi. Reporting what matters through the Scripps Howard Foundation. Visit rhcjcnews.com to learn more.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Welcome back, Southern Miss. My name is Kaylin Fox Thomas, and here is your community calendar update. We have a very busy weekend. Starting off today at 5:30 p.m. in the George Hurst Building, room 123D, a public lecture by Tony Serio, an acclaimed Manhattan landscape artist, will kick off the annual arts festival, Reveling in Community. This event is free to the public. Next up, the Southern Miss 15 Double Bass Symposium presents a masterclass by Barry Green. This free event will start tomorrow at 1 p.m. and another class will be held on Saturday the 5th at 5 p.m. Both sessions will be held in Marsh Auditorium. Also on the 5th, a free hands-on workshop included in the Reveling and Community Festival, crafting one-of-a-kind clay mask called Masking Revelry with Alan Chen. This event is open to the Hattiesburg community ages 8 and up and will be held in the 3D Arts Building, room 107 from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Lastly, next week on Tuesday the 8th, the University Forum will be hosting Latchy at the Mononing Performing Arts Center Auditorium at 6:30 p.m. She will be performing some of her hit works and discussing disability rights. That's all for your community calendar update. I'll see you next time, Southern Miss.
Thank you so much, Kaylin. Each week, SMTV News partners with the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center to bring you stories on a wide range of topics impacting people and communities in Southeast Mississippi.
The center is based in College Hall on the USM campus in Hattiesburg, with news bureaus at the USM Gulf Park campus in Long Beach and at the state capitol in Jackson.
In this week's coverage, food banks and farmers in South Mississippi are bracing for a funding gap.
The USDA has cut more than $1 billion in food assistance, impacting a program helps supply fresh produce to rural food pantries and support its local farms.
The Local Food Purchase Assistance Program is one of the key initiatives affected, and for many, it's been a lifeline.
Mallory Strickland shows us how the loss of this funding could mean fewer meals for vulnerable families and fewer options for small farmers.
More than 300 people lined up in Poplarville, waiting to get their monthly grocery pickup at Jacobs Well Recovery Center. For many, it's fresh food they aren't able to access or struggle to afford.
If you go to them grocery stores, food is extremely high. You know, I mean, I went one day and looked at some eggs, and it was like $10 for 18 eggs. I'm like, Lord, how much? What's going on here?
Edgar Saunier and his wife rely on this food pantry to stretch their fixed income, and they're not alone. More than 20% of people in Southeast Mississippi live in food insecure households.
Yes, indeed. I can't always go to the store and buy vegetables
many times they are hard to find and expensive too. So I can't have a garden, so I really do appreciate it.
The funding loss also affects local farms like WD Farms in Greene County. They've shifted their operations to supply food banks through federal programs.
We have a lot of people in our local area that is on a fixed income, and they're just disabled, and they rely on these boxes. So it does us good to know that it's helping these people that rely on this.
Without the federal dollars, Murphy says her family farm may not survive, and neither will the meals it helps provide. Now, organizations like Jacob's Well are looking for local solutions fast.
We are losing a lot of federal funding for a lot of different projects, and this is where I think as a community we have an kind of unfortunate opportunity to realize and reestablish the way that we approach community care, and it's time to put it back into the hands of the community, and it's going to be time for the community to take care of helping services and really stand in the gap there.
Reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center, I'm Mallory Strickland.
Mississippi is one of more than 40 states that receive funding through the program, about $6.8 million in total.
Coming up next, Alvia Walker is here to take you through all of the Golden Eagle recent wins in baseball.
Also, a small town hopes to make a splash in order to get more visitors.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side. By your side. And every day is a different day. Everything isn't everything. Even when you think things can never ever be the same. Don't be scared of the world, I'll be here to stay. By your side. Even when your heart ain't listening, or your mind takes you a different way, towards a different path. All you gotta do is sit and ask. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
When the adults in a child's life talk early and often about the dangers of underage drinking, the message gets stronger every time.
I'll be by your side.
Talk. They hear you.
What's going on, Golden Eagles? I'm Alvia Walker, your SMTV sports anchor. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. On March 29th, the Lady Golden Eagles softball team traveled to Mobile, Alabama to face the South Alabama Jaguars. The Lady Golden Eagles won the match 3-1, leading the charge offensively for the Golden Eagles, Shelby Allen, with 3 hits. The Lady Golden Eagles will be matching up against Louisiana Monroe Friday at home at USM Softball Complex. This past Tuesday, the baseball team matched up against Tulane at Pete Taylor Park. The Golden Eagles won 13-6. The players leading the offense was Jake Cook and Odom Lawson with 3 hits. The Golden Eagles will be traveling to Huntington, West Virginia to face Marshall tomorrow at 5 p.m. Our SMTV Player of the Week goes to J.B. Middleton. Middleton have been named Pitcher of the Week by Rollins Sporting Goods. Middleton had 8 innings pitched against South Alabama on March 28th. This has been your SMTV Sports segment. I'm Alvia Walker, and as always, Southern Miss to the top.
Thank you, Alvia. Up next on SMTV News,
learn about a new tourist attraction coming to the coast of Mississippi.
I don't think I have ever seen like in U.S. media like this is how El Salvador celebrates Christmas.
There's a lot of great American holidays. Thanksgiving, Halloween, Arbor Day. But if I had to pick my number one, it would have to be Pie Day.
Right now it's about making sure those traditions are alive and we still get that happiness and I'll say more of nostalgia of what we miss back home.
Here we started celebrating it with the students and then we took some chance and we started celebrating it, and until now everyone loves celebrating it with us. So I think the community is a very good thing at USM.
For years, Leakesville, Mississippi has struggled to grow its population. Now with the new water park on the way, many believe this small Mississippi town could finally become a tourist destination. Miracle Jennings has updates on the new attraction.
Michael Franks has witnessed Leakesville businesses come and go over the years. When he heard about Chickasaw Waves, a massive inflatable water park set to open this summer, he saw it as an opportunity for his town.
Yes, it'll be good for the community. I think so. It will draw in so much attention and so many tourists and everything for the community.
The park is expected to bring visitors from all over, offering water attractions, sandy beaches, and a restaurant. For Franks and others, it's about more than just fun. It means jobs and growth. Davey Busby, owner of Chickasaw Waves, hopes the park will be a turning point for Leakesville economy.
I'm hoping we bring a lot of visitors that come in that has never been to Leakesville before or Greene County, and they'll be able to come here and enjoy themselves and be like a small vacation.
Lee Turner with the Main Street Leakesville organization says the park will bring a lot to the area.
We're just a bedroom community. We're kind of a day trip for people that live in Mobile, the Gulf Coast, Hattiesburg, Laurel.
And with the park's opening, more opportunities are on the way.
We're going to have lifeguards on duty, cashiers on duty, directors on duty. We're going to start taking applications in April.
For people like Ollie Franks, it's not just about summer fun. It's about making Leakesville a destination.
It would bring a lot of money to the local businesses also, bring a lot of tourism here to where a lot of these mom and pop stores will be able to provide more income and provide more jobs also.
From a quiet rural town to a growing tourist stop, Leakesville residents say they're ready to make a splash. I'm Miracle Jennings, reporting for the Roy Howard Community Journalism Center.
The Main Street Leakesville organization says with the right investments, the town could become a major stop for travelers looking for small town charming with big attractions. I personally have always enjoyed water parks. Gabby, do you have any fun experiences with water parks?
I do. I've been at water parks since a very young age, and then up until recently last summer when I was at the water park here in Hattiesburg. I had a great time, me and my best friend. We stayed in Lazy River all day long. What about you?
You know what? I've been to several water parks. I went to one in Arkansas, and I went to one in San Antonio, Texas. Love the Lazy River. Great place for community.
Truly. Well, thank you guys so much for watching SMTV News. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Southern Miss Student Media. You can also find us on Instagram at sm2.usm. If you would like to submit a news tip, email us at sm2news@usm.edu.
Remember to pick up the latest copy of the Student Prince newspaper, available on campus and at locations across Hattiesburg. You can get SMTV News on demand, additional SMTV programs, and WUSM Radio anytime on our website, sm2media.com. That's it for SMTV News this week. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on our next newscast. I'm Kennedi Drake.
And I'm Gabby Cox. And always remember, Southern Miss
to the top.